Hello and welcome to Geeks of the Round. We are discussing Ash versus the Evil Dead, episode 101, the pilot, which is named El Jefe. And of course, we get to see Ash become El Jefe. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and let's introduce the panel. We had two other people who wanted to join this hangout, and that would be Isaiah and Lou. However, they hadn't actually watched the episodes. So that just proves that they're not true Evil Dead fans. Maybe by next week they'll be caught up and we'll have a hangout then. It depends on how good the episode is. But let's introduce the panel. Let's start with Todd. How you doing, Todd?
I am Todd Grundle.
And you, of course, hated everything about the episode. You couldn't stop.
Oh, it was terrible. I watched it with Whedon. We vomited on each other's crotches.
Yeah,
it wasn't sexual. It wasn't sexual.
Yeah, it was just, and I had just eaten a really good roast beef sandwich, too, so I was a little disappointed by that as well.
Did you just say you had eaten a really confused sandwich?
I said a really good roast beef sandwich.
Ah.
I do love a good roast beef sandwich, so.
So much so that he's confused about it.
Oh, shut up, you bastards.
About a man's love for a good roast beef sandwich.
For some reason, you reminded me of Fear and Loathing just now, Todd. Just saying. And of course, that other gentleman was Charles Whedon. But honestly, Charles Whedon, he's Chuck the Weed Man.
God, do not start that shit, dude. I would understand that. I would expect that from like Isaiah and even maybe Lou, but not you.
I'm sorry, and it wasn't Chuck the Weed Man. It was Chuck the Weed In. Chuck the Weed In.
No, it was Chuck the Weed is what they called
Chuck the weed in my pipe.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
Which, of course, is funny because that man has never even seen weed.
What? Of course I have.
Oh, really?
I have, yes.
I'm gonna have to ask for a story after the hangout, Charles.
Are you talking about like cannabis, or are you talking about like an innuendo of some kind?
No, I was talking about cannabis.
Marijuana.
Well, then, yeah, I'm not going to say it on the air. Yeah.
All right, so speaking of stoner comedies, let's talk about the horror comedy Ash versus the Evil Dead. In actuality, if there are people out there who don't understand that we speak sarcasm, we thoroughly enjoyed the episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think, Todd?
22.
Charles?
I'd give it an 18 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more realistic. I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Well, I think us going over the number 10 implies that we think it's worthy of a 10 out of 10. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I meant that 22, and I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like turning the volume up to 11 and then doubling that?
Yep, it's like getting VLC Media Player and doubling up the volume.
Actually, yes. That is actually very true. In VLC Media Player, you can have the volume at like 220%.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay, so the episode starts out with Bruce Campbell being Bruce Campbell. Basically, as Bruce Campbell has been ever since Burn Notice, which is a cool, suave, but kind of overweight character. He's kind of played that character that I guess originated in Evil Dead. He's played that ever since. I'm just too cool for school kind of character. And in this, that does not change. Basically, he starts out trying to fit himself into what is essentially a bodice for men. I forget what they're called. Basically, so he can make his fat look like it's muscle.
It's a man corset. That's what it is.
A morset.
A morset.
Yeah,
There's a word
A
for
man
it.
set.
I don't know what it is.
But I want to say
It's a man corset.
Girdle. He was fitting himself into a leather girdle.
the slightly overweight Bruce, the slightly out of weight but still charismatic version of Ash, actually goes back to They Call Me Bruce, the movie.
Oh, okay.
Which was one he did where basically a bunch of people in a trailer who were huge fans of Bruce Campbell, demons invaded their town, and they go and kidnap him and put him in the role of Ash, essentially, and have him fight some sort of fucking Frankenstein or something. I forget. It was an awesome movie, though.
I've never even heard of it.
Really? You've got to see it.
Yeah,
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, though.
Yeah, the only
It was They Call Me Bruce is the first Evil Dead revival. Like, when they thought it would never happen, that was their last resort. And now here we are, fucking 10 years later, maybe 8 years later.
Yeah, but the only Evil Dead related content that I have actually interacted with was the original Evil Dead. I did see that years ago. I was a little underwhelmed, but then when I saw Army of Darkness, that has to be one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time. I never saw Evil Dead 2, but everybody tells me I should watch it.
It's better than 1.
I've heard that. Because they said the original Evil Dead was too serious, but Evil Dead 2 is when it starts going down the horror comedy route.
It's the proper prequel to Army of Darkness. Like,
Yeah.
the humor that you're seeing in Army of Darkness is present. It's Bruce Campbell at his most manic. It's his greatest performance ever.
Yes, but I still say the Army of Darkness was. I've seen that movie like dozens of times over the past several years. Absolutely love that movie. The scene with the little little ashes. Yeah, that was probably my favorite part. But
which they mimicked with the little doll in this episode.
The little doll. Oh yes,
Yeah.
the doll. I don't remember what she called herself. It was like little princess hate you, little princess kill you, and then she jumps on Ash's face and bites his nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
That scene just reminded me of Army of Darkness, and I was just clapping my hands, go like, yeah.
So let me run through a few of his credits that of which were great. Of course, Evil Dead 2, Darkman. I doubt many of you remember Darkman.
I'm a huge Darkman fan, and I do know who Bruce Campbell played. He played the new Darkman mask right at the end, right before the credits.
And Army of Darkness, Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
I've
Never
got
heard
the
of it.
whole DVD collection right here. Okay, not right there, but I have it in this house.
I've never seen that one. Yeah.
From Dusk Till Dawn 2.
He was in that?
Hercules.
He was in the beginning with Tiffany Amber Thiessen in a fake movie within the movie where a bunch of bats invaded an elevator and killed both him and Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Spoiler alert.
I'm not going to watch it. The only From Dusk Till
It's the
Dawn that
opening
matters is
scene.
the first one.
Part 2 is great. Carry on, Matt.
Evil Dead, the video game, which was known as Hail to the King. That was 2000.
Wasn't there another video game called Fistful of Boomstick?
There's 3 of them, and Regeneration. All 3 of them are great.
I played Fistful of Boomstick. Yeah.
Jack of all trades. That's another samurai.
I love Jack of all trades.
And this was the one I think that put him into the public consciousness, because I don't know that he was in like the norms consciousness until then. Is when he was the ring announcer for the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
That's
well,
right.
you see, now this is where I shall correct you. You had mentioned Jack of all trades, which is also, and this is important to the show we're talking about too. Jack of all trades, Xena, Briscoe County Jr. There was a time when Bruce Campbell was the first studio man. I actually read his book, If Chins Could Kill. He was the first studio man since like Clark Gable on that same lot, and they were paying him fucking top dollar, and he was all over all those shows. Hercules. I don't know if you remember back in the 90s, but they were bringing like this popcorn fantasy sort of drive-in theater vibe to the TVs on Saturdays, and he
Uh-huh.
was basically the star of all of those for years.
Yeah, there was Hercules, there was Xena, there was Cleopatra 2025 or some shit 25. I don't know. There's a bunch of TV shows like that. There was the guy who played Hercules ended up being in another one.
Kevin
they did a
Sorbo.
bunch of shows like that. What's that?
Yeah. Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, they gave him another one. They gave him a sci-fi one after Hercules ended.
Andromeda?
It was called Andromeda. Yeah.
Yes, and all of those shows, well, other than the Cleopatra one, all of them were entertaining. They weren't great, but they were entertaining.
I loved Hercules and Xena very much. I didn't really watch any of the others though. I did watch Young Hercules, but that starred Ryan Gosling, so yeah, whatever. But what else? I never heard of Cleopatra 2025. I've never heard of that one.
I don't remember if that's the year. It starts with a 2, but it's supposed to be futuristic.
Yeah, and then of course Jack of All Trades is probably one of my favorite shows, short-lived shows from that time. Whenever it was on, I would always watch it.
And one more role I want to bring up that I really enjoyed him in was Coach Boomer in the movie Sky High. Sky High is a guilty pleasure. It basically was The Incredibles before The Incredibles came out.
I've only seen Sky High once. It was so freaking stupid.
It was amazing. I have watched that movie probably.
I enjoyed it.
I've only seen the movie once, and the only reason I would ever watch it again is because of the actress that plays Caitlin Snow in Flash.
Right. I did not realize that, but yeah, she is the love interest of the main character.
Yeah, she had the plant controlling abilities, but she's the only reason why I would watch it. She's the only reason, because personally, I
had forgotten that, but the second you said it, I'm all like, oh yeah, I guess that is her.
Now, before we go past the Bruce Campbell credits, I forgot to finish the point of mentioning those 3 before. The Jack of all trades, Xena, and
Hercules?
Briscoe County, but mostly Xena. A lot of the crew and everything, directors, camera people, whatever, they're all on the Ash vs. Evil Dead series now. And they're filming in a lot of the same places, from what I've read, if I've read correct.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But all the ones that you're mentioning are Sam Raimi properties, aren't they?
They are. They're all a part of his, what the fuck is it called? I want to say it begins with a T.
I don't know.
Good. This makes me sound like less of a Bruce Campbell nerd, so I'm glad.
And let's see. So let's get back to the show itself. It starts out with him basically getting ready for a date, except he doesn't know who's going to go on a date with. Basically, he's going to a bar knowing that he's going to get laid. Because he's showing up in the last 10 minutes, picking up the dregs, picking up whoever happens to be the last one there, the most desperate one, and charms her into sex.
Yeah, I didn't actually realize that, but now that you said it, it actually makes a crap ton of sense. That, I mean, he walked in, the bartender said, "Oh, we're closing in 10 minutes." Like, 10 minutes is all I need.
Yeah.
And
He's like, I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
he was there specifically in that 10 minutes because he didn't want to do the work of actually, being there.
Yeah, and then and then the girl that he's fucking ends up becoming a freaking deadite.
No, that's just it. That's my theory. She did not become a deadite. She ends up channeling a deadite, but she herself does not become a deadite. Is throughout the episode you see it time and time again, like that little kid in the restaurant, that little girl in the restaurant, is they'll channel a deadite and then they'll just become a human again. But I don't think that they actually were a deadite, and I don't think that Ash thought that she was a deadite either, or else he probably would have stopped having sex with her and not starting again.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say that was really awkward sex. I mean,
yeah, he's all like, I don't know about this.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know. I kind of like God damn it, I'm probably going to be ridiculed for this by you assholes as well as the guys that are watching this. Is I kind of fast forwarded a little bit through that scene.
Sure.
I skipped through the parts that I didn't think were necessary, but then when I saw her turn into a deadite, I pressed play, listened to what they were saying, then they went back to the sex, so I fast forward through that because I don't need to see that, and then it went to the whole thing. That's probably the only time I fast forwarded through the episode.
All right, I kicked Isaiah and Lou out of this hangout for not watching the episode. Do I need to kick you out too, Charles?
I watched the episode overall. I just skipped through that, 30 seconds? 30
Matthew,
seconds.
Charles did not want to see the dirty parts.
I guess not.
Now you're making it worse, Todd. You're not helping.
I loved how he kept slapping her on the ass with his wood in hand.
How do you like my wood?
Oh, God.
But, so we get there, and then, of course, after that, Ash is ready to skip town like a motherfucker. He does not want to be there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so, after making some arrangements with, what was her name, Gladys or some shit? I don't know. The old woman.
Oh, yeah, the older woman. I think it might have been Gladys, yeah.
Or something like that. He goes to work just to pick up his check, and that doesn't go so well.
No, and then his boss basically calls him a retard and said, you know what, I can say that word because I swear my gardener is a huge retard. God damn it, that guy is a dick.
I actually have a friend of mine who tells this joke. It's
You're gonna get in trouble.
It's a joke that someone else tells, and it's funny.
We're gonna get hit with
I really hate black people, and I can say that because I'm really racist. That's his joke.
Womp womp womp.
Okay, that was it. Kind of gave me a little awkward smirk, and that's about all it gave me. Yeah.
It's not but I can
Give you a schmuckle.
He's not actually racist, and he doesn't actually believe any of that, but by making fun of race, never mind. That's a whole nother subject. But, we get to work, and that is when we meet up with his Don Quixote, I guess. There's Pablo, basically.
Yeah, Pablo. Some random Mexican name. Yeah, that's not racist at all.
Because a Mexican has a Mexican name? That's not racist.
I was just saying that. Never mind.
That's his actual name, Pablo.
Oh, I thought it was a name that you just randomly pulled out of a hat.
No, that's his actual. That was racist, Charles.
It's a name he randomly pulled out of his fedora. Neil Patrick Harris approved.
But no, the character's name is actually Pablo.
Okay.
And Pablo, of course, introduces him to Kelly, of whom basically he tells, "I'm sorry that you can't have me," which was fucking funny as shit.
Wait, that's what he told her?
Yeah, basically.
It's you can't
I know we just met, but I feel sorry for you because you can't have any of this because I'm skipping town. Basically, that's his line.
And my only response to that whole situation is that he is old enough to be her father.
He's old enough to be her grandfather.
Okay, then, never mind. He's old enough to be her grandfather. God damn it, I hate it when they do shit like that. I was bothered by it when they did that shit in Strain. I'm bothered by it when they're doing that crap with Belle and Rumpelstiltskin in Once Upon a Time. It's freaking creepy.
Okay, Rumpelstiltskin is 3,000 years old, and she's 2,000 years old. I think we're okay.
They're not gonna make the sex.
Well, clearly, I think it's far more likely that Pablo and Kelly are going to get together. I think I think Ash is going to be the one left hanging with just, well, nothing. So.
I don't think so. I think that maybe him and one other character are going to get together. One Mrs. Lucy Lawless, which we saw in this episode.
I thought it was already confirmed that her character despises Bruce Campbell.
Yes, and what does Ash do best?
He
has sex with people who despise him.
Yeah. But when she showed up in the episode at that diner, I got the sense that she is not a hero. I think she might be working with the Deadites. Like, she might even be controlling them.
I don't think so. I mean, the description that we have for her is that she's pissed off at Ash because she blames Ash for summoning the Deadites. Which she would be right.
Yeah, because, well, Ash is a fumbling idiot that likes to half-ass, like, old... half-ash, old incantations in the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. You know, I don't even remember the words that he used in Army of Darkness.
Mr. Bean. Oh, we don't want to talk about the words he used in Army of Darkness because he actually says the N-word. But that's one of them. It's Klaatu Verite.
I thought it was Klaatu Verata. Yeah.
Listen to it. Trust me. He says Klaatu because he's looking for an N-word. Like, he remembers it's an N-word, you know. So he's like Klaatu Verite. It happens. I'm telling you. But how do we feel about this time? And oh, by the way, this time he says Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, like Mr. Bean.
God damn it! Really?
That's the third word he says. But what do you guys think about it happening over? They're getting stoned. I didn't love that. I thought it was a little cheesy, but
I thought it was.
I don't know. All I know is she was a fucking hottie.
Yeah, she was hot. She was hot, but that whole scene was just stupid. It was just stupid. I didn't care for it. I mean, hell. I mean, I've been under the influence of, and I've never actually gotten like that. Never. I've never been that idiotic because of it.
I've never once in my life indulged, but I can only assume one would not act that way.
Charles, okay, first off, both of you are either lying or have lied in the past. Charles, we've had the conversation where you have said on multiple occasions you've never actually smoked weed.
I have never said that. I have not said that once.
I believe I've heard Charles many times proclaim to his one time where he...
Okay. You know what? I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry, folks.
A bong and a blitz.
But this point, I mean, I got to clear the air on this, and you know what? I mean, I don't care who's listening.
Clear the air. Get it?
Shut
like in a bong?
No. I have been high before. I have been high off marijuana before. The last time it happened was almost 8 years ago. And the last thing and I remember there was this one time where I ordered a pizza from Domino's, and the pizza was laying on the counter, and I went to the bathroom for a bit, came back, I ate the whole freaking pizza. Turns out my friend sprinkled marijuana on the pizza. And I don't remember anything of that day.
Note that Charles was not high before he ate the whole pizza.
Well, no. I actually had a blunt before I had the pizza. And
blunt and the blitz.
Yeah, I had a blunt before I had the pizza. I ate the pizza that was completely covered in marijuana, and after that, I was just gone. All I remember is like vaguely messing with my friends' dogs in the backyard. That's all I really remember.
All right, so we end up meeting these two characters. Pablo is clearly in love with Ellie and Ash. Like, he worships Ash and is like, she haunts my dreams. No, not really.
You weren't going to say Pablo is clearly amazing?
Yes, he is.
I wasn't expecting Pablo to be as awesome as he was in this episode.
I was. From the moment I heard Ash Pablo, I knew it was a recipe for success.
I was expecting him to be the cheap comic relief. I was expecting him to be that.
Ash is already the cheap comic relief,
Yeah.
but I guess he is as
But
well. I think they both are.
Pablo has the best line of the series. Of the episode, I think, when he says, what did he say? Hi, or he says hello after he kills that demon doll we talked about before, and then he just looks up at Ash and he goes, "Hi," or something. That was my favorite part.
I think the best line that he had was, "She haunts my dreams. No, not really, except she does."
I like the part where he said, "They stole my skin and now I must sleep forever."
All right. Is anybody going to be talking about the cop lady that like her partner died and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, like at the end.
I love that. I love the casting choice for the partner. He fucking listen. When you first saw him, did anyone else get a glimpse of like, dude, this guy could be like another Ash? You know what I mean? Like somebody Ash could partner up with, and there could be something there. But he's a great choice because he's from that era of B movies, that actor, and I like the girl because she's from Justified.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't have a whole lot of interest in that particular storyline because Ash wasn't in it. I'll probably be more interested once they connect those stories. But yeah, I mean, you have this woman who is kind of thrown into this world as well, and she has no fucking idea what's going on, and she thinks that it's possible that she's just going fucking crazy.
But see, you just said it there. Throw it into this world, and that's what's awesome about this is we're finally seeing other people getting the Ash treatment, and and we still have Ash, but we're getting, you know what I'm saying? Like this is almost like its own little contained Evil Dead movie.
Would that make her partner an Ash man?
No, it'd make him dead.
Oh. Well, you said he was like Ash, so he's an Ash man.
Ashman.
It was a terrible pun, Mr. Moore.
Thank you. That's
I was watching Seinfeld earlier, so I was thinking about a license plate that says Ass Man.
So then we go back to the RV. We realize that Kelly's mom is back to life. Todd, for some reason, damn it, I didn't get you on screen in time, was doing sex finger thingies. Yes, that. And that's where the real action happens. First off, Ash really wants to get the fuck out of town, but that shit ain't gonna happen because his RV gets attacked, and that's where it starts to get cool because first off, Pablo is being held up against the fucking window. Or no, Kelly is being held up against the window. And Ash pulls a fucking axe just randomly off the wall, throws it with a side throw that should not fucking work.
Axe had a markings around it. The axe, where the axe goes to the wall, just like the shed.
Yes. And of course, chops Deadite's arm off, saving Kelly. Later on, he smacks a button, and a fucking shotgun comes out from under from the floorboards of his RV. That was fucking awesome. And then, of course, after the battle is over and won somehow, that's when they reveal the chainsaw, and then we find out that basically round 2 just started with Gladys.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pips.
Not Gladys.
They boogied their way. They boogied their way into Ash's life, and then came the fucking part. You know, the internet people. Excuse me. I've seen a lot of it on the internet. People are complaining a great deal about that final scene.
Why?
And why exactly? I mean, can we discuss it now? Charles, what did you think at least? Like, Was that over the top cheese, or was that exactly what you paid for?
Okay, are you referring to the part where
The
Pablo
magic
kick
kick? Yep, chainsaw
Pab-
flip.
Pablo kicks the chainsaw over? No, I do not think that was a terrible scene. I think that was the right amount of cheese to be expected with Evil Dead. I got up from my chair, my computer chair, the very chair I'm sitting in right now. I got up from that chair and I cheered and clapped my hands at that scene. I thought that thing was freaking awesome. No, no,
I'm
no.
not gonna.
Let
I
me
wanted to
correct
clap.
myself. It was groovy. It was groovy.
I wanted to clap, but people were watching me, so I couldn't. But I will
Well,
confess,
fuck
in the trailer, I thought I was like, a lot of shit in the trailer. I was very worried about. Even when I saw the first 4 minutes, when they premiered that about a week or so ago, with him
Yeah.
banging that chick, look at my wood, or how you like my wood. I thought a lot of it was cheesy, and I was very worried. But in the context of the episode, it all played perfect, and all my worries dissolved. But that brings us into some worries soon. But let's let you guys have your time here.
Yeah.
But yes, to answer your question, I totally think that's exactly what we were watching the episode for. Is that cheese? Was it cheesy? Absolutely, but it was the perfect amount of cheese.
Fine aged cheese.
Yes, it was like just having a nice slice of Velveeta cheese being put on a warm, tasty roast beef sandwich.
I got it. We got to make a meme. Charles, you can do GIFs now. You got to do a GIF where you take the ending scene where Pablo kicks the fucking thing, and Ash catches it, and then and as soon as he lands, switch it to the cheesemaker from Walking Dead when he eats that piece of cheese, and he's like.
What cheesemaker from Walking Dead? I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't watch it. That's right. I forgot. But Matt knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Eastman from the last episode. In any case, but no, I mean that was exactly what we wanted from the episode. Let me see what else. So of course he accepts his fate as someone who has to fight the Deadites, who has to fight the Evil Dead, and accept the mantle of El Jefe, hence the name of the episode.
Yes.
So, was there anything else in the episode we want to talk about?
Let's see. There was that brief moment where Lucy Lola showed up, but
yeah,
we talked about
she was basically being a subtle bitch. She's all like, yeah, sometimes the things you see are actually the things you see, or some shit. And it's just
she was trying to be philosophical, and she ended up being a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have other things I want to talk about. Let's go all the way back to the beginning now. Start over, and let's do this whole conversation again.
All right, you first. Do we have any wild speculation?
Yes.
To be honest, I don't know what to expect, and I think that's a good thing, because I think if I don't know what to expect in each episode throughout the season, I think I'm going to be equally surprised. Whether that surprise is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, who knows? But I just don't have any speculation right now.
I have a speculation. One, it will see we've already been renewed for a second season.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If for whatever reason it does not do well, by the end of that second season, I think El Rey might pick it up. Assuming it does do well, though, I think by the end of the middle to end of the second season, Pablo's going to be a badass.
Probably.
I think Pablo's going to be a badass before this season ends.
Really? Okay.
Well,
Kelly already is kind of a badass. I mean, she really is. I mean,
Pablo is pretty much already a badass for what he did to that doll.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Pablo is going to be our old school Ash throughout this adventure. Think about his physical features. Think about his look. He's very similar to that era Bruce Campbell. Very lanky. He's got a nice square jaw, like old Bruce Campbell. So now put him in a corner, covered in blood, shaking, freaking out. We're gonna get those scenes. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna hear fucking moose laughing at him, and clocks are gonna touch his pee-pee.
We'll definitely see. I want Kelly to give Pablo the same look that she gave Ash, just like Ash had predicted. I could see myself fucking this guy.
You just want it. No, never mind. Never mind.
I just have to say that Kelly is that they make her out to be like this super hot girl. I think she's all right.
Meh. I think she looks like a haggard deadite.
I think she's cute, but she's not like really hot. I don't think she's really hot. I think she's just cute. But I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing because I don't think a show like Ash vs. Evil Dead should get like a supermodel bombshell. They shouldn't.
And she's the new look. She's the new look that media is pushing right now, which is sort of like an intercontinental, an international look.
Maybe. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up.
Wait, I didn't do my speculations.
Oh, do your speculations.
What a jerk. All
right.
I am. Mine are more on the technical side of things. I don't really have any plot speculations. I could, but I won't. The fact that the show is going to be directed by a different director each episode, most of which are primarily TV directors of fare such as Xena, which, let's be honest, wasn't of the highest production value or greatest, whatever. Spartacus they did too, so I guess they did good work there. Never seen it, but have seen the style. The thing is, though, I am worried because this show really look what Fede Alvarez did with the franchise, with the Evil Dead reboot sequel-esque thing. It wasn't a complete failure, but it wasn't Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. And now we have to go through that 9 more times before this season ends. Some might be good, some might be bad, but at least we can have what the coolness of experiencing Ash and this world through other filmmakers' eyes. So that's going to be cool from like a technical standpoint, but I'm not positive that's going to be great for the show as a whole.
Okay. We'll definitely see. I know that is definitely going to lead to some inconsistency throughout the show, like to where the pacing for the entire season is probably going to be thrown off because of it. So not just an individual thing, but it might mess with, say, how it feels if you binge watch it.
And that's the reviews for episode 2 are that while episode 1 feels like Sam Raimi doing his thing, episode 2 feels like an imitation and a lot of missed marks.
Okay. Wow, I'm getting tired. Now I have trivia for Charles because I already know Todd knows the answer.
Obviously.
Charles, the
Yes?
main character of this TV show. What is his full first name?
God damn it! I have heard his name before, but I can't remember it. God damn it! It's the same thing with Riddick. I didn't find out Riddick's real name was Richard B. Riddick until, well, the 3rd movie.
If you think about it, you know what his full first name is. You just have to think about it.
Well, I know.
What's his nickname?
His nickname is Ash.
And why is he called Ash?
Because his first name is Ashley.
There we go. Bing,
Yeah.
bing, bing, bing. That's
Yeah.
what I asked.
What's the rest of his name?
You asked for the full name, not the first name.
I said full first name.
Did.
Well then Ashley. Yeah, that I did know. I just didn't know his full name, like his first, middle, and last name.
Well,
Oh, you know what? I don't know that I know his full name.
Damn it, Charles, because I was just about to say for that hand job from that lady behind door 3, you would have gotten if you would have answered what his full name was, but unfortunately.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well,
It's Ashley J. Williams, just in case I had to say it. Ashley J. Williams, Ashley J. Williams.
I thought it was Ashley Williams, but I couldn't fit. But that kind of sounded like some backwater pop music reject.
And the J stands for something. It's not J like J-A-Y, but J. I don't know what it stands for, though. No one does.
Ashley J. Williams, yeah, that's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Okay, I think we can wrap up now, unless we got anything else.
I got one more thing. I don't care if each individual episode is going to be not Sam Raimi-esque. I'm just happy that we're getting new content with Ash. So,
Me too.
yeah, I'll just live with it. I mean, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I
I
got one
want
more
to
thing.
thank
I got
everyone
one
for
more
watching.
thing as well. I got one more thing as well. Can we start over now?
No, go.
Can we start over now? The whole show?
Go, Gadget, go.
Can we just start the discussion over again now and keep talking?
Right after I finish the closing of this one, we can start all over again. I promise.
Okay.
www.geeksoftheround.com, youtube.com/geeksoftheround, social media, Geeks of the Round, all the major social media. Give us a call at 801-609-GOTR or 801-609-4687. Email us at geeksoftheround@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.